After being discovered to be extremely inebriated, Tyson Fury was let out of the club and passed out on the sidewalk. Alexander Usyk expressed his desire to call off the fight after receiving the news poorly. Let's now examine.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Tyson Fury passed out in front of a bar in his hometown of Morecambe, UK, on June 7 due to extreme intoxication. Supporters were worried that he might return to the drug and alcohol problems that afflicted him from 2016 to 2018, especially in light of his first career loss and the erosion of his champion status. After reading these reports, Alexander Usyk reportedly felt deeply disappointed. He had previously claimed that Tyson Fury was a talkative man, but only for the camera. As a result, he agreed to a rematch, but after the fight, Usyk seemed to have second thoughts about the match. He was disappointed that a married family man wouldn't lie intoxicated on the sidewalk, and if there was enough justification, he would prefer to call off the fight. However, less than a week later, returning to the gym, Fury was spotted striking the punching bag and making a vow to restore prosperity to his homeland of Morecambe, United Kingdom. In a video that was viewed by millions on Instagram, he declared his resolve to overcome his setback and win back his title in Rio on December 21. Fury assured his supporters that he was prepared to face Alexander Usyk and reclaim his throne as the Gypsy King, and he was unwavering in his commitment to atonement and growing past his mistakes. Tyson Fury is resolutely embracing his first career setback. The 69-year-old British boxer was on the verge of being stopped for the first time during his bout with Alexander Usyk, despite never having lost a title in the ring before. With scores of 115, 112, 114, 113, and 113, Fury lost in a close split, but he was able to hang on until the very end. Fury is already preparing his comeback after losing the opportunity to challenge Lennox Lewis for the title of greatest fighter of all time and become the first unchallenged champion in 25 years. He is getting ready for training after securing a rematch on December 21st. He demonstrated his resolve to recover stronger by expressing in a video how keen he was to make amends and win back his title. Veteran British heavyweight Derek Chisora expressed his opinions about a recent video that appeared to show Tyson clearly intoxicated. Despite having signed a contract for a rematch with Alexander Usyk, Fury collapsed upon the street. Last month, Fury suffered his first career loss when he was defeated by the accomplished Ukrainian via split decision in a historic heavyweight match for the undisputed title. Fury swiftly exercised his right to a rematch despite this setback, believing that his impressive performance in the middle rounds would allow him to exact revenge. The rematch is scheduled for December 21 in Riyadh. However, last week, Fury chose to relax with some friends and consumed an excessive amount of alcohol. Castro, anyone who has faced Fury 3 times and lost doesn't get the criticism directed at his last opponent. Instead, he applauds Fury for his celebration following such a difficult loss. Castro sees going out for drinks, even falling down, as perfectly acceptable ways to enjoy life and decompress. When Fury and Usyk cross paths again, he deserves to have fun, he said, congratulating Fury. It's not going to be the clear winner. It is anticipated that the IBF would quickly deprive Usyk of his championship and put the empty belt in play for Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois in pending all-British bout. Turkey Owl is scheduled to make the formal announcement of this bout on Wednesday, June 26. It is scheduled to take place at Wembley Stadium. Derek Chisora is getting ready for his own heavyweight bout against fellow Brits. It will be his first time winning back-to-back for since 2019. He will take on a struggling Joe Joyce. A defeat might be the end of the road for both fighters, while victory would position them for a rematch with a well-known opponent in the division. This fight event will take place on July 27 at London's O2 Arena, and TNT Sports will live stream it. On the undercard, Dennis McCann and Ian Beluda will square off for the European Super Bantamweight title in an exciting rematch. Adam Hamd, the son of Prince Nassim Hamd, will also be competing in his second professional fight following his victory over Wojtek Hero via first-round knockout on the UK Dubai card. In the upcoming weeks, more fighters are anticipated to be added to the card. Performances by prospects like Moses Zama and recently signed Queensberry Brandon Lee are expected to happen. After assessing the circumstances, Jordy admitted that, even though they had had bad experiences with Fury in the past, he didn't like seeing the boxer in pain. He made the point that despite the possibility that Fury's actions are just the product of an excessive night out, given his history of mental health issues, particularly following his fight with Vladimir Klitschko, it is reasonable for people to be concerned. Jordy mentioned that Fury had performed admirably in recent years, leading a more health-conscious lifestyle and staying out of the spotlight for contentious reasons. But he couldn't resist tying the new video to Fury's defeat by Usyk, implying that his mental state may have contributed to the defeat's emotional cost. Deeper emotional sorrow was indicated by Jordy's comment about how much booze it would take for someone of Fury's size to get so inebriated. He considered Fury's mental state, realizing that drinking may mask inner conflicts for a while. He showed empathy, saying that it made Fury more approachable to perceive him as a weak, hurting person. Jordy emphasized that although it's acceptable to exhibit vulnerability occasionally, this conduct cannot go on, particularly in light of a rematch with Usyk on the horizon. He underlined that Fury should turn his loss into an incentive to work harder in his training. He discussed the tremendous strain that Fury is under from himself, his family, and his supporters, particularly from his father, John Fury, who frequently declares his son to be unbeatable. This strain on top of the loss has probably made Fury's emotional load even heavier. Jordy said that Fury finds it difficult to accept his new reality since his identity as the unbeaten champion has been severely damaged. But he also voiced optimism that Fury will be able to use his inner agony as motivation to mount a formidable return. Though he remained hopeful that Fury might overcome it, he cautioned that more persistent behavior of this kind would point to a broader crisis. TalkSport's Simon Jordan offered additional commentary on Tyson. Jordan offered sympathy and empathy for Fury's recent public episode. While he agreed that everyone had the right to unwind and have a fun night, he also pointed out the wider ramifications for a professional athlete. Jordan pointed out that Fury's actions might be a response to his most recent setback and that Fury's mental health issues, particularly his bipolar disorder, could play a role. Jordan called out those who try to take advantage of people in such situations for publicity or financial gain, criticizing the culture's propensity to record and make fun of people when they are at their most vulnerable. He underlined that discipline and upholding a certain image are essential for a professional athlete, particularly one of Fury's caliber. Jordan emphasized that Fury's next bout with Usyk depends on him being in top physical and mental shape. He said that although Fury's actions could be justified as an isolated occurrence, they shouldn't be allowed to continue as a pattern, particularly in light of the demanding nature of professional boxing. Jordan emphasized the need for sportsmen to lead disciplined lives in order to perform at their best, drawing analogies to other British sports celebrities who had battled with comparable problems. He stated that he wanted to see Fury return to the ring as the best version of himself, one who could once again hold the top spot among heavyweight fighters. Witnesses at the bar attested to Fury's regular day, which consisted of drinking and mingling with fans. DJ Scott Shearing backed Fury, saying that he gave a little girl 20 pounds and cheerfully posed for photos. Shearing made it clear that Fury is a human being and should have the same freedoms as everyone else to decompress. He added that Fury's actions can be interpreted as a transient slip-up rather than a trend, and he would probably resume training with fresh determination. Fury and Usyk have both stated that they would prefer a long vacation prior to their scheduled rematch. Both boxers agreed to an extended recovery period because the first fight required rigorous physical and mental preparation. Their prolonged rest period enables them to thoroughly recover and rest, so they can compete at their peak when they return to the ring. Piat's night out was regrettable, but it doesn't take away from his commitment to excellence or his skills as a professional athlete. It appears that he will make good use of this sabbatical given his track record of accomplishment and resilience in the face of adversity. Throughout his career, the former heavyweight champion has consistently displayed tenacity and resolve, and today should be no exception. Glancing forward, it is anticipated that Fury will take a few months off before beginning his intense training schedule again. He will be able to heal physically and psychologically during this time, getting ready for the grueling training camps that lie ahead. Fury will probably return his attention to the rigorous training needed for his decisive rematch with Usyk as it draws near.